Okay, the third thing that I realized, somebody say your ability. You have to know your ability where you are at that time. Your ability. This is a very long scripture, so I'm just going to paraphrase. I believe it's in the book of Matthew, chapter number 18, the parable of the talents, where he was saying that the master went away to a far country, and before he left, he gave one servant 1 talent, he gave one servant 2 talents, and gave the other one 5 talents. Now, talents is not your passion. That's not what it is. This was actual currency. It was actual money that you were supposed to invest in some kind of a business and cause the currency to multiply and give it back to him when he came back, right? So when you think about it as currency, if you only have, say I only have 10,000 naira, you know if you only have 10,000 naira, you cannot invest in a project that's going to cost you 100,000. You literally can't fund that. So you have to find something that you can do with 10,000 naira that you can cause to multiply, right? Now you can't, when you're working with what you have, you cannot look at the person that has 100,000 naira or 1 million to start with, because your strategy is going to be completely different. You understand? Yeah. So what you have to work with and what you have to start with will dictate how you invest your time and your energy, what strategy that you use, right? So when I started, this is how I figured out my ability and where I was at. There would be times that when I was working for my last employer, great people, loving people, I love them to death. We have a great relationship today. They traveled a lot for showing and clinics. They would travel to Australia and teach people overseas. And most times they would say, Ed, can you drive us to the airport? And I would say, of course. What else am I going to do? You pay me anyway. Like, I'm not going to say no. But so when we would be, I would just be maybe with Casey or with his wife, I would say, are you pleased with my work? Because I actually want to know. I actually want to know. And the gentleman, he would always say, yeah, it's fine. And I'm like, okay, tell me why, though. He would never go into detail about why he was pleased. He would just always say, I'm pleased with your work. So I was like, okay. I don't know what that, I don't really know what that means, but I mean, if he's not, as long as he ain't mad at me, we good, But there's one day I was driving his wife to the airport, and I said, Nicole, are you pleased with my work? She says, yes. And I said, well, can you tell me why? Because I said, I really want to know, because if there's something that I'm doing that's not good, I want to improve. And those were my words verbatim. I said, I want to improve. She said, are you kidding? She said, you make us money. Wow. And I was like, I make you money. How? Because I was like, I said, I haven't recruited any customers. I haven't sold any horses for y'all. How am I making you money besides just doing my job? And she said, your personality, our customers feel safe around you. Our customers like being around you. You just handle all these problems so well. You handle difficult people so well. We can send customers with you, and we know we're going to have all the customers when we come back. You're not going to make anybody mad. They leave and we lose money. They said, you make us money. And I said, okay. So I may not, because my other colleagues, they were way ahead of me in terms of things they had done and achieved. So I couldn't look at them. So I realized, okay, the one thing I have going for me is my personality. It don't seem like much, right? But that was my ticket to making me valuable at that time where I was. So I said, okay, if what makes me valuable is my personality, then I have to work my personality. Until my personality will bring me opportunities, which will then bring the increase. Does that make sense? Yeah. Now, because these other people, they've been doing business for a long time. They brought different customers. I couldn't do any of that. It wasn't going to happen. So I couldn't try to do what they were doing. All I had at the time was, our customers love you, and they feel safe with you, and we know that you know how to treat our customers and all of that. So I said, I'm going to work that person. So what do you need? I didn't, you didn't have to ask me twice. I did whatever had to be done. And then all of a sudden, customers will say, hey, I want you to ride my horse. Hey, I want you to show my horse. Can you coach me? Okay, well, if you win money on my horse, I'll just let you keep the money. I mean, stuff just happened. And then because of that, when it was time to come to Nigeria, people would say, he's such a nice young man. We want to bless his work in Nigeria. Now, I don't even know these people. But it was the one thing that I had going was my personality. And it wasn't fake. That's just who I was. So I couldn't say God didn't give me anything to work with. It's not about how much you have. Identify what you have right now where you are that makes you valuable and use it. If I kept saying, but I want to have this, or I want to have not just a personality, I want to have more, I wouldn't have anything. Because the Bible says that the one that had 2 talents, they multiplied it and they got 5. And the one that had 5, they multiplied it and they got 10. But the one that started with 1 talent, they hid it. They didn't use the 1 talent. They did nothing with it. And he was upset. He said, even if you didn't multiply it, you could have put it in the bank and let it earn interest. You did nothing, therefore you're unprofitable. Right? So you can't say, well, I don't have as much as everybody else, so I'm going to just sit. No. Identify if you only have one thing that you can work with, identify the one thing and work it until it begins to bring you other things to work with. Did that help anybody right there?
Yeah.
Because I was one person looking at everybody else. They have this, they have that. I don't have anything. No, you have something. You just don't know what it is yet. You do have, everyone has something that somebody else needs. Everybody. Got to figure out what it is.